Hello and welcome to the House Files.
A podcast about building a triplex in Portland, which mostly exists to talk you out of doing it.
Which I think by this point, if you've seen how long we've been posting on this channel, you will be talked out of it.
Yeah.
Unless you're very patient. But we have good news. I think we're not lying at this point to say that we're really at the end.
We're really, we're on the home stretch now. For the last, I want to say month or so, the painters have been in here working, so nothing else has been able to happen except just paint. And now that they're finally done, we can just power through the rest of it.
I will also say that for years, I've been asking about various things, and I keep hearing that's the last step, which I think is a mathematical impossibility that so many things can be the last step, but we're now at them.
We're at the last step.
And I feel like we made a lot of decisions actual literal years ago that now we're having to second guess or revisit. We're having to revisit, which is causing me to second guess. But
yeah, we wanted to show you around and show all the fun colors that we picked out, because a lot of this was, some of it we were confident about. Some of it was decided years earlier, like the cabinet color, because these were manufactured.
I'm not even sure about.
Some of it was last minute decisions of, oh, there's a wall here that we forgot to think about. So we'll take a look around.
Okay, so step one, this is our entryway. These cabinets have been done for 2 years now. This is our closet entryway cabinets.
The cool thing about this is that the top part here is the cabinet from the cabinet company, but the bottom part here was actually built on site here and painted here. So this bottom part with the little bench and the little shoe cutties, that was all done here. And you can't even tell it's a different cabinet.
I'm so excited to have a place to sit to put on my shoes because we don't currently.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. And our bikes are going to go over there. And this is our beautiful tile, which you can almost see hints of. If we kind of pan the camera down, you can see the, this is the marble look porcelain tile that I wanted in squares and it was not possible to find. So we had him cut it for us. So, all right, come on up. As we go up the stairs, you can see this. I think you saw a hint of this in our previous video, but this is what these banisters, like, I don't know, what do we call this? I don't even know what we call this. It's like a railing,
I guess.
But it's also like a feature wall.
Yeah.
So part of my eventual dream is that the opposing wall will be a green wall. And that's, let's move into the house first.
Yeah.
And then I might like to do like little air plants in this, like scattered in it or something like that. I think that could be kind of fun. Just a couple, like little fun perks, possibly where the cats can't get to them.
So this landing area is the one shade lighter of the cabinet color that's down in the entryway.
Yeah, so they're on the same color palette. This is the one I probably am like least certain about, but once you get onto the second floor landing, I feel like you can really see the color combo vision here, because you get an eyeful of the like subtle corally pink with the teal and the wood, and I think it works together well. This is my office. It is not done because this is the only room that has wallpaper in it. And so the blue that you're seeing is the edges. And then the wallpaper, I was told it's the last step. So
we've got the dark green cabinets. We've got the light blue ceiling that is painted. And the trim is also that light blue.
Look at this. It fits my printer, my giant laser printer.
Oh, and they haven't cut it out yet, but there's actually power and network in the back there.
Yeah. And all of my books, and then my drawers for all of my electronics and washi tape. And now I have to do some silly things. Like I need to either sew or get someone else to sew like my window seat cushion and
Mhm.
everything. So, because we have a really nice window seat here, which I'm pretty sure will be the cat's
Yeah.
window seat.
And then this closet is this light blue as well with a pocket door and the little shelves. So that's all nice and colorful now.
This is meant to be like a supply closet, mainly like for my books and everything. But I am considering a tiny little clothing rack for like my you know, I don't know. I'm not a fashion Instagrammer, but I could be. And I could put my like little outfits like people do in their little videos. So I don't know. It's a future me problem. Look at the teal with our cat castle there, our litter castle.
Oh, I should have brought the flashlight.
Do you have a phone?
Actually, you can kind of see in here. So this is the dark blue top half. Oh, this part will also be wallpaper.
Oh yeah, that's the other wallpaper.
Yeah. But we've got the dark blue up here, matching the blue tile in the shower. We've got the marble.
My one marble.
The one spot marble.
Oh, it feels so nice.
Yeah, it does. The sink will sit on top of those little things. And if I measured this right, when this cabinet door opens, it swings out on top of the sink. So cross your fingers.
As we've learned, nothing is as precise as you think it is.
Yeah.
This is my sound booth. It's also Aaron's sound booth, but my job actually involves sounding, doing voiceovers. But Aaron will be able to take meetings in here too. And there's this little table that
they may not have put the little flippy things
the
back.
flippy, I can, maybe not. Yeah. Anyway, it flips out and we're going to have our webcams and stuff. This is just totally painted matte black in here.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're disappearing into a void right now, but there'll be lights in it eventually.
I'm pretty excited. And then way in the back, oh wow, you really can't see anything. Way in the back is where all the network gear goes.
Look at this beautiful wood. It's pretty good for having to choose our flooring in about an hour. This is pink. This is probably the most color statement.
Yeah.
You know, left to our own devices, we might have painted every wall pink, but
now you can see the bench painted. This is painted the same color as the base cabinets in the kitchen.
Since all of them are up, I'm going to assume that means that there's a reason.
I think it was just so that it was ventilated, but I think you can close one. Actually, I don't know if there's handles on it, so I don't know how we're gonna get it back open.
Yeah, I'm gonna not. Anyway, those are our benches. This is a thing. I think I am not gonna sew these cushions. We're gonna upholster the back ones, which isn't actually sewing because the hard part was already done, the cutting them out.
They're sitting around here somewhere.
But the cushion, just because it's so long and it's gonna be a heavy use area, we are probably getting them and we need to do that soon.
Yeah.
I wish I could show you the kitchen, but I can't reach it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not much new in the kitchen anyway because it's just painted white. So, and the countertops are not in yet. So,
well, and the countertops are our current.
It's a current situation.
It was one of the first things I chose, and yet I'm now second guessing it. If you think we should have a slab backsplash all the way up, let us know below. If you think it should be 11 inches, let us know, or 3 inches, or tile instead of slab.
Yeah, that's kind of the current. This is one of the decisions that we are second guessing now that seeing it in person. I really like that color on the bottom, and I almost wish the upper cabinets were also blue. Okay, coming around to the wet bar. Now you can see this vision coming together with the black walls and the dark cabinets.
This is it's painted, but
yeah, they didn't need to paint that. That's actually going to get tile.
This is the other marble. Actually, it's a black, but it's actually not marble. It's porcelain that meant to look like it, but it has brass inlays, and it's like a black Nero, and the countertop we have to pick here. I've known what I've wanted all along. We just have to actually go find the slab. because we want soapstone here. We want it to be dark and moody, as you can see. And so, yes, we need to find the right soapstone. And hopefully we can get an offcut because it's not that big, but it is kind of big now that I look at it.
It's like 9 feet. Yeah, there's a sink in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's especially big if we want to put it over the fridge.
You do. Otherwise, I don't know what is over there. Yeah.
Just the top of the fridge.
One thing that I was trying to figure out how to do was the ceiling here, and they just did this without me thinking about it, which is good. I was like, I don't really understand, because if we do black ceiling on that under part, then it's going to run into the corner there.
They actually did a great job.
But they did a really good job. It makes total sense having that part white.
Yep.
And then it just blends in over there, and then we still get this black strip on top. So
it's almost like they're professional painters who have encountered corners before.
Yeah.
Our brains broke. I think we even have it in a video.
Yeah.
This is also black, and this is our fake built-in. So these are actually secondhand cabinets, but they're essentially built-ins at this point because cut out this MDF to make it blend in. So
yeah, so that panel was just set in front of the bookcases, but it looks great. They did a really good job.
This is the one I'm most unsure about.
This blue.
This blue. And we really struggled with this room. I think we had tons and tons of colors in here.
Went through a bunch of different options, not totally sold on any of them.
And this color I really like, but now that it's a whole room, it feels a lot. It feels very nursery color. But Aaron was like, do you want them to repaint it? And I said, absolutely not. Whatever color is on the wall is staying on the wall.
Because this is the time to repaint it while everything's empty.
Nothing. It is not the time to repaint anything.
This is our door museum. So they're painting all the doors in the middle of the room here. And you can see how complicated this paint job is, because every door is a different color on each side. That one's black over there and white over here. This is the secret door for the speakeasy, which is black on this side and this green on the inside of the room. This side will be a mirror. That door will go right there.
Yeah, and this is like a little black void. Eventually I'm going to do something with this wall, but like maybe wallpaper or something, but that's like a future project. Mm-hmm. That's like a fun weekend project as opposed to...
Yeah, it's small enough.
This is the best room. This is possibly better than my office.
It's just such a vibe. And I can't wait till we get the copper ceilings in too. That's going to just take it up another notch. But yeah, just look at all the detailing in here. And the color. It's all one color. Did it that way because there's just so much detail everywhere.
Color
like trim.
Color drenching is the term, I think.
Got the little soffit with the decorative trim underneath it, which I think makes it look really cool.
What you can't see and isn't in yet is the copper ceiling.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible.
And the ballet mirror.
Oh yeah, that panel is actually going to be a mirror in that large panel there. Then we come out and go into the bedroom. Bedroom is also quite a vibe.
You can't really see the final iteration of this yet because that wall is getting painted. It's getting dark gray, blackish plaster, so it'll have texture to it.
Yeah.
This is the closet that I'm stealing from Erin.
It's funny because on the other side of that is her closet, which is literally the same size as this closet because it's the same wall.
But I get more.
Okay. You do have more clothes than me, though.
I have what percentage more clothes do you think I have than you?
At least 300%.
I would venture to say I have a database of all my clothes. Yeah.
So we did this whole section in the same color as the cabinets. So again, this is partially, this part was from the cabinet order, but then this panel and this part is all just built here. And it's all painted the same color and it all looks totally seamless.
Look at my integrated laundry baskets.
Once we get cabinet door knobs on there, it'll be really handy.
It's going to be amazing.
Oh, so this is where I was talking about putting the ironing board. We can actually sink it into the wall here next to this outlet if you want. And then we've got the washing machine over here and the another litter box area for the cats down there. And I really like how this pink turned out. Then come around into the bathroom.
Look at the floor. We really struggled with this floor.
This was a lot of
we went
back
through
and forth.
This room went through everything. And a friend commented that they would really like to cry in our shower. And I'm going to tell you, this is a pretty good sobbing shower, I feel like. But look how gorgeous this is. And Aaron's vision, I've never seen anything like this before. And I believe we're going to be on a lot of Pinterest boards if we take good photos of this. Because it's pretty cool.
It's very cool. And there's that wire is for a LED strip that's going to trace the top edge of that.
And I'm so happy I got my textured pink subway tile. I've been a little obsessed with this, but we couldn't quite find what I wanted. And this is
exactly the place for it.
Yeah.
And then we've got the black ceilings also up here.
Yeah. I think it's such a small bathroom, but it feels so big, like with the way that we laid it out. So
yeah, I'm super excited about how this turned out.
I'm really happy with the floor too.
Yep. And snuck in some extra storage in cabinets there, which is going to be good because otherwise there's no storage in this room.
Yes. Well, this vanity does have storage.
Vanity.
The vanity has storage.
Yeah.
But
so much color. It's so colorful. Just walking out into the different areas. And then the last part of this is going up to the rooftop deck.
you mean to model the stairs?
Yeah.
There will be a railing here. I don't know how well the camera is going to pick this up, but our whole goal with this area, which will make a lot more sense once we have lighting in here, is that this is like the moody nightclub entrance to the rooftop. So that when you're going in, you feel like you're in like a high-end hotel's rooftop bar. You know, they always have like really dramatic entrances when you come out of the elevator, and that's kind of what we're vibing.
Yeah.
And we continued up the
vertical
wood. Slats are repeated here, but this box is, what does this contain? Network stuff?
It's just for more electronics, network gear.
Yeah.
Things that need antennas on the roof. And our circuit breaker panel.
Just a few
circuits.
Just a few circuits. Because we had to have a fire riser room and everything too, so that's even more circuits.
There's so many that they ended up doubling up a bunch of these breakers so that they could get more circuits in. And then this is the one that goes down to the outside room so that we can feed the panel power in on this breaker in case the power goes out. I'm super excited about that.
I think we should not go outside.
No, yeah, nothing is different out there anyway.
So, Aaron, who's late this week?
The power company. We are trying to get power in here. We still don't have permanent power, and it's been a whole thing working with the power company, the solar company, trying to get them to understand that this is a new build that we're trying to install solar panels on, not existing construction. And it's just taking a very long time.
What's the word of the week?
North Sea green. That's that cabinet color downstairs.
Yeah. I think it's also very close to this cabinet color,
it is
too.
very close to that one.
But I don't think it's the same.
That one I think is called dark teal.
Which is just, actually, I think for me, word of the week is Portrush.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the slab name that I picked. And we based so many other things around
Yep.
for the kitchen. But as Erin said, the countertops are the last thing, and they really are one of the last things. And now I'm second guessing my whole countertop choices. But
Yeah.
we picked like, how many things flowed from that decision?
Definitely the base cabinet
The
color.
base cabinet colors, but also the white that we
Also the
chose
white.
for the top.
Yep.
And then that cabinet color was the same palette that we used to pick
Right.
the entryway cabinet colors. And
Yeah.
that informed this cabinet color, and it informed that cabinet color. And so
all
and my
hinged.
office color.
Yeah.
So
I think we have to get the Portrush.
but now I'm like, maybe it's the wrong. Also, like when we picked it was so many years ago that there have now been 3 or 4 new seasons of releases of Cambria quartz.
Right.
So anyway, don't get attached to one particular style of quartz, I feel like, because if it takes a long time, you spend all your time second guessing your decision. I think I need to go to work. So
Yeah, that's been your update for this week.
Yeah.
So the crew's coming back on Monday to start cranking through the rest of these details. So a bunch of little hardware to install, doorknobs. The electrician will come back to do all the switches and outlets, and I am so excited.
I hope that next time you see us, this looks like a livable house.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than a soggy plywood castle at this point.
Yes.
So until next time, don't build a triplex.